Alrighty, hello everyone, busygamerdad back again, going to be continuing our Ogre Battle playthrough. Just so you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did a little bit of research and I found out that there are some 13 different endings for this game. One of my viewers also talked about how the charisma system is very important, and that's actually very important overall for any of the endings that you want to get. Depending on how you play this system with your alignment and your charisma and your class compatibility, it all affects your where is it? Let me see if I can come up. Let's hear it. Is it over there? There it is, right there. Right there. Okay, so you can look at this online. I found it online, but this is also my book. So there's like a little pie chart right here that talks about what feeds into what and the best outcome. So I'm just going to read it to you really quick. I know this is going to be a little bit boring, and please don't copyright strike me or anything like that. Game Fundamentals Part 5, What Affects Your Reputation? Although you may play Ogre Battle any way you like, a good reputation can ensure help from the people of the area. Alignment. When liberating towns, the alignment of the liberating unit should be higher than the town's morality. Class compatibility. Characters in a unit with very different compatibility cannot fight to their maximum potential. Charisma. A high charisma level means that you are good and efficient, an effective leader, and will raise your reputation. Your reputation, finishing the game with a good reputation, will be one of the factors in getting the best ending to the game. So that's a very key component that I've been seeing online for this game. And for our character, our hero right here, our charisma is a 52, but we have someone who is a 57. So it's like, wow, I don't know. Like, we have a pretty high charisma unit. I don't know if it takes the average or if it takes the total. I don't know how it affects everything. We got some pretty snazzy people in our group. Our charisma is not the best, but our alignment seems to be pretty high overall. The fighters not so much, but they turn into knights, which do have some. And then I was looking around, I was poking at some of the other fighters. Like, they can have a pretty high charisma, and they can have a pretty high alignment. There was one more that had something. I can't remember. Was it you? No, it wasn't you guys. It was one of the fighters out here had like pretty high charisma. We had someone with a 66, so it's like, wow, okay, he's pretty handsome. He's pretty dashing for a fighter. I don't know also what like compatibilities are listed anywhere for any of the fighters in any situation. So what I'm talking about here is, I think I might have been imagining it, or I might have just looked at one of my characters in my main party and I would have been like, oh yeah, that guy has 66. Yeah, okay, so I guess not. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm getting at with this is, if you want the best ending, you need to make sure that you are playing the game to the highest reputation level. How you feed your reputation is you have your hero unit or a unit with high charisma liberate towns, town liberation unit. And there, even in the book, there's a couple of things that they talk about inside here for that. So city liberation unit looks like it's a knight, a fighter, a samurai, and a griffin. I don't know why it's that kind of a thing, but that's just the way it is. And so what that will do is that will impact your reputation overall and help you. So I was going to try and tool around a little bit and make that kind of a party, but I just thought it would be a little bit easier just to show you what I'm doing with that, so you have some understanding of, hey, that's actually not what I expected it to be or how I expected it to work. So in that regard, like Feldman, I think, let me see if I go to Feldman, our samurai. He has a 62 charisma. Feldman has a 62 charisma. So I could, in theory, take him out of this party, swap him into my hero party, because 57, a fighter with a 66 charisma. And then what is our griffins? Our griffin, I thought we had a griffin. Yeah, our high fly unit. 30? I don't know why they would be in there. Oh, maybe it's because they're a flying unit. Yeah, so I thought about going through that, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to play the game. I'm just going to play the game. So all that rambling aside, I wanted to let you know that you need to, if you want the best possible ending, to create a unit that is a city liberation unit. And if you don't, you're going to get, you're going to roll the dice. You're going to try and figure out what the best path forward is. Now, into the gameplay. So the boss is down there. And we got you right here. Cool, awesome. So I'm going to pause the game right here. There are a couple of things that I want to make sure I mention for going forward with the game. There's a flowchart in the back of the instruction manual here that talks about the number of levels. I think there's like 20 levels or something like that, and there's 4 hidden levels. I don't know if I'll get those 4. I have not looked to see how to get those 4. If they happen organically, that's great. I want to bring you guys along on that journey. But this is a game that I've never beaten, so I think I've only gotten like through the first 7 or 8 missions. So that in and of itself is going to be a chore, because I did find this out, and again, this is more rambling, that I'm sure you guys really care about, we have the ability to zoom out and have a better view of the board, first and foremost. But also, if we do get a bad ending, I might try and do another save for a good ending, just to see what I can do with it. Then, that also being said, I'm going to have, I want to see here, what do I want to put? Lawn. Yeah, I want to put lawn over here. I want to try and make sure that I am, actually, wait, why am I deploying lawn? I want Warren too. Yes, Warren in the mountains, yes. I want Warren to kind of hang out up here in the mountains as a defensive unit. So these missions are potentially going to be very challenging for us, because the how can I say this? This version of the game is not a good busy gamer game. And well, you're going to say, what are you talking about? I will tell you right now. I don't want Feldman. I want Sergio. Yeah, high sky unit. I want him flying around. So in this version of the game, there is no in-battle save. The PlayStation version of this game is the one that has the ability to save mid-fight. I knew I remembered that from the previous ramblings, but I wanted you to know that that was something I was like, oh yeah. Alright, Lance, I want you to move over here. I want you to be defensive. And I want oh, my hero. Oh, there it goes. It's like stuttering. I want to use my hero unit to liberate the city. So I'm going to try this to upgrade my reputation. Okay, and then we're going to run into... Oh, Warren's unit has encountered a neutral. Fight it out. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can make a friend. It's an ogre. Let's see. Be a friend. Hey, success. Cool. Awesome. I will always welcome another unit. Recruited rebel forces. Hooray. Alice's unit finished moving. Sergio's unit finished moving. Lon's unit finished moving. Okay, so I gotta zoom in. Warren's unit finished moving. And we liberated the self-ruled city of Venue. So, what I'm talking about when I say the in-game save feature isn't here for the Super Nintendo version, it's not. And you have, oh, an Empress. That's great. Lucky. Hooray. That's good. Our reputation should go up. Charisma went up. That's great, actually. That's really good. Yes, we will keep that card. Gilbert, the ruler of Charome, used to be a very kind man, but when King Graham was assassinated and the Empire came, he somehow changed. Now he is cold as ice. A little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? A foreshadowing, as it were. Alright, so we're gonna have you move there. Sting's unit has finished moving. I want you to move down here. Now, the whole point of this game, you're thinking to yourself, is like, probably something along the lines of, this is not a traditional tactical game. You're right, it's not. You should not be looking at this as a traditional tactical game. There's no tiles. This is free roaming. Your characters are literally just moving across the board. Very like Warhammer 40k, or if you're older like me, like Mordheim, if you played Mordheim. something like that. I played Morheim like twice in my life, so I'm not going to say I'm an expert or anything like that. But one of the things you need to be internalizing about this game is that it is naturally going to flow. The characters will move around. All right, let's see. Alice's unit finished moving. Warren's unit finished moving. Lan's unit has met the enemy. He needs to be careful. Okay, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I want you to change your tactics. It is better to attack the leader, I think, because if you take out their leader, they return to base. And you can farm experience more that way, and it's the only way to focus on a single target. You can attack the weakest or the most HP, but once the leader is dead, the unit kind of loses its autonomy and returns to base automatically, and you kind of get a free win if you're able to take out the leader. This is not always going to be the best tactic, but this is what I think is the best tactic overall, because every single time we get into combat, our units are gaining experience. And as they gain this experience, they're going to gain levels and gain more power. For us to gain those levels and things like that, we want to make sure that we are getting into as many fights as possible. Now, I say that, and I want to make sure that I say this the right way. I believe in my heart of hearts that this game is meant to be a little bit of a slog. I believe that this game is meant to be a challenge for you as the player. So you're going to have some times where you're just like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting my head handed to me, and it's very awful. They are a little bit stronger. I think they're going to win. Maybe not. Tarot cards. I want you to attack the leader, and then I'm actually going to use the Empress. I don't know what the Empress does. I don't remember. Is it heal? It's a heal. Okay, good. The Empress is a heal. Okay, I should have done that later. I don't. If you remember, tarot cards don't affect the outcome of battles via damage. They do change certain things about the battle, like if we have more health or things like that. But if we're missing, like we are here, or if our hero unit, or not hero unit, our leader dies, it's going to ignore commands and stuff like that. So it looks like we're actually going to lose, unless we can get some good hits in. Yeah, this is a unit I don't know if I feel too strongly about. We barely won that one, I think. I want you to move to this chapel. I want... Alice's unit has met the enemy. Oh, no. Oh, it's that same one we beat up before, so they're pretty low. Yeah, the Amazons, the best unit? I'm going to have you attack the lowest, actually. Tactics, attack the weakest. So they should, in theory, attack the one Griffin. There, take that one out. And they'll take out the other one. Ice Field, that should be a big ow, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do my best to explain what my thought processes are on this game and learn the game with you guys. I'm not going to be looking online for any tips, tricks, or hints, or secrets, or anything like that. The only reason I would be looking online would be for things to talk about. So this game was actually released by Enix in the early 90s, and then it was republished on the PlayStation 1 by Atlas. If you know Atlas, it's one of those things where it was like a republishing of the game. So it's just, it had better graphics and more utility, i.e. saving during these missions and things like that. So really fun to kind of see how that works out. All right, now you liberated the Russian temple. Great, awesome. Let's see what they say. Pull a card? Oh, justice, good. That's gonna be some damage, I believe. Wow, okay. Yes, I wish to keep that card. Monk, welcome to our temple. You will probably come across the thieves and other villains in your travels. It's up to you to decide if you should go along with their schemes, but please remember that the eyes of the people are upon you. Yeah, so we have a mission, and it's kind of a passive mission, where we, for lack of a better term, we're kind of looking for the Book of the Dead for a unknown, a little bit unscrupulous gentleman. Don't know who he is, don't know what to make of him, just know that he wants it. Alright, so you, the high flying unit, no, you're the water unit. I want the flying unit to start attacking. Right there, okay, we'll have you guys go in there. And then Alice's unit met the enemy, that's fine. Now, the longer a mission takes you, the more money it's going to cost you. Oh, they have ninjas? That's not good. That's not good. Yep, they're going to do some damage. I'm glad I have Alice meeting them. Oh, he does magic from the backfield? So, if I'm remembering my game correctly, which I'm probably not, there are certain ways to get other classes of characters. Like, you have to have certain pieces of gear equipped or something like that, very much like a Pokemon style when they level up. And then they get they get access to a different class. They get promotions. And I don't quite remember how that works. They won, really? Oh, that's fine. That's okay. Alright. So I'm going to have Warren come in and do a flank. And then I'm going to have you go to the temple here. And then, yeah, just Warren's going to go in. Lon's unit has finished moving. Sergio's unit has met the enemy. Who did he meet? Which one did he meet? I don't like that I don't know. Oh, the doll and the ogre. This is going to potentially be difficult. Because the doll does AoE damage. Yeah, I wanted you to attack the leader. I don't know why you're attacking the guy in the front. Maybe because you can't hit the leader. Yeah, the doll lady is just... I remember her. She does a lot of damage, and she's very ouchy. Usually she wins all the encounters because of her AoE attacks. And she has, you know, that big hulking ogre in her front line, so you can't really get to her. So we did win, which is great. But at what cost? What did we win? Warren's unit met the enemy. Oh, so I bounced that doll lady to Warren, so now Warren is gonna just finish her up. That's fine, I don't care. Didn't even get a chance to attack. I love it. Warren's like the heavy. He's just coming in, smashing fools. Sergio's unit met the enemy. Okay. Alright, let's hope this goes well. Take out the leader. That's not the leader. I guess maybe it's because they don't have good alignment together that they won't listen to the instructions, or maybe they don't like me. That's also a possibility. Again, like a Pokemon style thing, where if I'm, you know, a poor trainer, they don't listen to me. Or listen to my rules, as it were. We'll be pretty... I think we'll be okay. I think we'll actually take this unit out. Oh, no. Okay, that's good. I'll take another round of fighting. I'll definitely do that. Alice's unit met the enemy. So we bounced him to Alice's unit. That's actually kind of fun because now Alice will finish them off. How come they get to go first? That's unnerving. All good though. Good. Okay. And level ups. Nice. Alright, so... Alright, I gotta change how fast these guys are moving. We'll do 2. We'll keep the text where it is. There. Okay. Sergio, you got kind of beat up, so I'm gonna have you fall back. I'm gonna actually have you... get over here, and I think I can return them. Now, I can potentially... I don't know the reputation of these places before I... Mid, high... Okay. Is there anything to buy? Let's see, is there anything to... There's a recruit. Nothing to buy. Alright, fine. Fair enough. Warren is still pretty tough. We got my guy going down there. Do I want to dispatch anyone else? I actually don't, I think. Adding units to our cards, income projections. So let's see here. How much do we have? Yeah, so army expenses about 7,000. Okay. Deploy a unit. Alright, cool. Alright, fair enough. Warren's unit has finished moving. So the witch is going to be coming up to try and take out Warren, and that's not fun. But that's what we got going on. I think we'll be okay. This guy's kind of a fool for attacking us. I think he's going to just get dead. So yeah, where's all my ramblings going with this game? Well, so hopefully somewhere coherent where you hear what I'm trying to say through the noise. This game is a challenge. This game is meant to be a grind. It does not have a quality of life to have you pause during your missions right here. So we have to play this from start to finish. So it's not a really good busy game. Unless you're playing the PlayStation version of the game. If you're playing the PlayStation version of the game, there is that option for you, or maybe an emulation. You can do a save state, but that's not what I have access here to. So I have only got the Super Nintendo version, so I got to do this the way I got to do this. And then as such, there are certain things that may be slightly different that I might miss or something like that if there are in different versions of the game. Just let you know, I'm not trying to miss them. I'm also not going to be looking things up. I'm just going to be looking up some things to talk with you guys about and bring up during my playthrough. Beyond the other things like that, there's not really much else to ramble on about. The game will speak for itself, and hopefully you guys like the content. Alright, looks like, yeah, I knew Warren was going to be the winner. And he's just going to... I'm going to have him keep walking this... What's his stats again? 57, 29, 21. Okay, I'm not actually going to have you liberate a town. I'm going to have you fall back now. And then Sergio's unit moved, finished moving. Sagelbard. Yay. Yeah, I'll pull a card. Oh, the Empress, nice. Okay, charisma, good. I will keep this card. Some characters will fight in different ways depending on their formation. Be sure to check out each character's fights before positioning them. I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna have you... I can almost guarantee there's going to be a hidden town like down in here or something like that. So I'm going to have you move down here. And then I'm just going to have you all just heal up. And why are you taking the longest possible road to get to where I want you to be? Alright, so you're all good. Lons, I'm going to have you start going in. And then high fly unit. I'm going to have you, Sergio, start going in, and then I am assuming that yes, I want Sting's units return to base, so I don't have his cost, because he's just not helpful right now, not in this mix. I mean, I am glad I got him out there. I am glad I have the water, unit, but it's just not that good in this mix of things. But now watch, when I go to like a water board, he's gonna be super underleveled, and I'm just gonna get destroyed. Now, Lon's unit, he's probably going to get stunned. Yeah, see, I told you. He's going to get stunned, and the other fighter got stunned. I didn't think the mages would get stunned, so that's good. You take her out. Nice, good. So no second stun. Hopefully they get a chance. Oh, well, wake up. Okay, good. So that means he gets his actions, which is good. We might be able to finish them off, though. Nice. Everyone got to level up. I'm gonna have you move to right here. Another wave of baddies coming in. Sergio, I want you to actually go down this way. Actually, I guess you're kind of already doing that. So you're much further along than I thought you were. Lands unit matches the enemy. Okay. Now, I think at some point you... Oh, see, those are harpies right there. This is a high fly unit. They are going to potentially hurt us pretty bad. Do I want to use an Empress card? I can. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's see what kind of attacks we do. Healing. Yep. Okay. We're probably going to lose, and that's fine. Who are you? What are your orders? The leader. I want you to focus on the weakest. Can you do that? I think the casters can. That's not focusing on the weakest. The other one had hits, but alright, that's fine. Alright, so now I'm going to use this and get some heals going. Oh, that's a full heal too. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty awesome. Gonna heal himself. Okay. I hit the button. I didn't realize I hit the button. Winners. Oh, hey, we won. Cool. Awesome. So we get another round of fighting them. I want you to actually move right there. And I want... Nope. See, they're backing off. Nope. Sergio, actually, you do your thing. Okay, and then... Where is my hero? He's doing his thing over there. Alice, I'm going to have you move back into the fray. And then Warren... I'm gonna have you move back into the fray as well. And then how charismatic is Alice's unit? 57, 65, 60, 46, not that great. 62 charisma. This is the guy. I couldn't remember where he was. He's in that group. Alright, so I gotta probably pull him from that group. So Alice's group isn't that bad. The only one that is super low is this girl. 46. Everyone else seems to have around the same alignment. Except for Alice, who has a high alignment. But everyone has pretty decent charisma. I'll have you move over to here. I want you to start getting this border taken care of. This guy out there. Cool. Alright, and then we'll have you guys do that. Now it's, alright. Lands met the enemy. Oh, see, they're healing. They're healing in the city right there, so I can fight them before they get healed up. Alright, the weakest one. Oh, they're gonna thunder drop on me. The Valkyrie is. So hopefully we can take out someone, get some bonus points, as it were. Ouch. 28, okay. Yeah, bolt. Good, it missed. Thank the maker. Good, got some damage off the board. And the kill. Nice. Miss. Nope, that's a hit. Okay, good miss. When do we get more points for damaging the leader? I don't know if that's a thing. Winners, yay, winner, 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 chicken dinner. I'm gonna have you move back there, and then I'm gonna have you. I think you'll be able to get into the fight with them. Nope, they're moving away too fast. Right there, I want you to run an intercept flank. Now I'm hoping... Congratulations, found buried treasure! A demon ring? Got a demon ring. I'm assuming that that is some item to get a character, like, upgrade or something like that. I do not know what the max level is for this game. I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere in the range of like 20 to 30 for the character units. I don't think it would be much more than that. It doesn't make sense that it would be much more than that based on how slowly you level and the limited amount of monsters that you have or runway. And, you know, the divergent amount of characters that you have to level is pretty wide. Think level up, good, awesome. And I'm just gonna let this unit run. I'm gonna let this unit run. Oh no, did Sergio meet him? Darn it. Can I retreat? I can. I want the unit to run because that means that I'm okay. I'm if I let the unit run, it will restore itself and I can fight again. And then where did I move? I was down here. Move. I want you right here. Right there. There is a hidden city, I guarantee you, right here. Let's see here. So we got 4 right there. Alice is going to start making her way across. Lon's finished moving. Sergio met the enemy. Sergio. Missed. Oh no. Hopefully get them. Ah, darn it. Yeah, they're gonna get pushed back, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't know if you get experience only if you win. I'm assuming that you don't, because otherwise that'd be really, really terrible. A really terrible game design. Okay, and then win. Oh, we did win. Wow, that must have been. We were missing a lot. I was concerned. All right, so I'm gonna have you move. Why are they moving forward? Why is that unit moving forward? I'm so confused. The unit without a leader should not be moving forward. I don't get why they're moving forward. I'm gonna retreat. Oh, I guess maybe he was moving just fast enough to catch up to them. It's possible that was the thing. Alright, and then Warren's unit is finished moving. I want to deploy a unit. Is it Amelia? 650 gold. Or 690 gold. That's a mountain unit. Lewis. 1200 gold. That's a pretty expensive. Sarah has the Valkyrie. It's 1200 gold. Teddy. Let's bring... Let's bring Lewis's, I think. No, I'm going to bring out the mountain unit. Yeah, it's the lowest cost unit, and it's something that I'm like, hey, they can give us some good level ups. Because I also think that the clerics are OP in this game. Alright, so Warren, you're going to be the vanguard. You got to stand there, dude, and you got to do your thing. And if he gets pushed back, that's fine. I really don't want to use a card. 42. Levels are really potent in this game. Holy crow. He was only doing like 35 or something like that, but now it's a whole 7 points of damage. When you think about it, you're like, that's not a big number. Like, look at their health pool. Their health pool is no more than 100, and 42 is like half of that. So, yeah, he's Warren not to be trifled with. 44. See, yeah, like 2 attacks, and he kills this guy. Yeah, so that's why I got to think that levels, you're not getting much higher in levels than, I think, maybe even as low as 15. In this game, your max level that you would see. All right, Warren, you're going to fall back to this guy. And then Lons. I want you. Go here. And then Sergio. I actually want you to go back here because you're getting kind of beat up. And then my hero is doing his thing. He's just off spelunking away. Run, Warren, run! Ah, darn it. Let's see if it lets me retreat. Good. Alright. I just had a feeling that Warren was going to lose one of the dogs, and reviving somebody is a cost I don't want to have to spend if I can avoid it. And it seems like it's something that I can easily avoid. I just got to move him back. He was retreating anyways. Alright, so after this fight, we'll see where we're at. Attack the weakest one first, which will probably be the front line. Yeah, the front line ninja. Bolt, okay. Yeah, magic OP. Aha! Good dodge. So that guy's dead. So we're pretty much, I think, guaranteed our win here. Really, the knight is the weakest one. Interesting. I think the ninjas can also be leaders too, so this unit's got to be kind of expensive. It's got 3 leaders in it. Winners, nice, awesome. Alright, so I'll have... Okay, so I'm going to wrap up our video here, and then I'm going to pick up right where we left off. This is BusyGamerDad showing Ogre Battle March of the Black Queen on Super Nintendo. So I can't do save states, so it's going to be a little bit disjointed, because I'm going to be coming back right into the fray as to where we were. But like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to take a look at these videos. Hopefully you guys like it. This is part of our long play series for the community voted games. And we'll catch you next episode. Later!